Hello everyone and welcome back to another action figure review here on Mars. Now today we have the father and son double feature S.H.Figuarts Super Saiyan Trunks and S.H.Figuarts Super Saiyan Vegeta review. Now, I've been very excited for Trunks. Vegeta, I know that he is a repaint. I wasn't into collecting when he was initially released, so this is a breath of fresh air for me with this Vegeta. Now, I do like how they kind of have the gold metallic hair paint for Vegeta, and for Trunks, it's a bit of like a matte finish or a gloss finish. Not sure which one, but it's not my preferred metallic. So maybe we're going to get an event exclusive this year for Trunks. That would be pretty badass. So yeah, both figures look absolutely great. I did have a chance last night to fool around with Trunks, and I gotta say, I'm really impressed with this release for Trunks, and I wouldn't be surprised if he is the S.H.Figuarts release of the year, especially for like the Dragon Ball Z top 10 list. I feel like Dragon Ball is going to go to Trunks, probably more than likely. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this review. We're gonna start off with Daddy first. All right. So here he is here. Again, really liking that metallic kind of finish all the way around. I know they're releasing Trunks with the battle suit, and he kind of has that metallic hair as well. So for Vegeta, he can look up this much. He can look down this much. His head can rotate side to side. And can spin all the way around. Now I'm pretty sure this is a 2.0 body, similar to the Goku figure that I reviewed. And yes, it looks like it is, in fact, that. Okay, so let's go to the arms here. T-pose, easily. We have a bicep swivel there. He is double jointed. The wrist does rotate and hinges as well. And the arm can go all the way around. A little stiff for Vegeta here, but that's okay. Yeah, and I really like this darker shade of blue compared to the original release. So I think they did good with that. Oh, and quick little story here. I'm pretty sure the brand or toy line was Jakks Pacific, who released Dragon Ball Z figures back in the day, like 2003, 2006. And I actually got a Vegeta that kind of had this similar paint application for his hair, and that's why it's so nostalgic for me having metallic hair from my Super Saiyan figures. Alright, so for the upper torso, he can crunch in a great bit there, you can see. And then leaning back, good distance as well. Now with the whole motion, with the waist and upper torso. And then tuck in. There you go. Now, similar to the Super Saiyan Son Goku exclusive that I reviewed earlier this week, the torso again can be pushed down and can be pulled up. So you can push it down here and you can actually pull it up so you can get that extra range of motion, which I thought is pretty cool. And I don't know if you get that with the 3.0 bodies or not. Okay, let's get into the splits. Now, for his legs and doing a split, it looks like it's not going to be very good actually. But we can try to rotate, and as you see, as I rotate, the leg did come off. But that's okay because that's happened already once today. So the articulation in the legs area for Vegeta is not the strongest that I've seen for S.H.Figuarts. So there you have it. Leg swivel, it's there. Double jointed knees. Oh snap. So we can get this back in here. Okay, alright, back in one piece. The foot does rotate, it does hinges, and there's a toe pivot. Plus you got your ankle rockers as well. So for Vegeta, articulation is great from the head down to the waist, and then average, I'd say, or below average for the legs. But nonetheless, still a great, awesome figure. So we're gonna pose up real quick. Okay. Yeah. Cool looking figure. Now let's get into Trunks here. Now the articulation for Trunks, let me just say, for me, is phenomenal. And that's why this figure, this is one of the reasons why this figure is going to be figure of the year. If not for the Dragon Ball Z top 10s, then for the S.H.Figuarts top 10s. Just an awesome figure. Everyone has been waiting and has been excited for this figure. The hype surrounding this figure has been tremendous. I have seen photos that this Trunks is taller than the OG body that they used. And I believe it's either the 1.0 or the 2.0. Regardless, he is taller. And that is always a plus. This release for Trunks is what you want with every S.H.Figuarts release. You're going to get a total of 4 faceplates, an additional head sculpt, and then 6 pairs of hands, plus a sword. That is what we want with every S.H.Figuarts release. That amount of content for this release should be a standard, because it just should. But anyways, enough rambling. Let's go ahead and get into the articulation. So, Trunks can look up this much. Now again, he has this collar hair, which is going to hinder articulation. He can look up this much, and even still, that's a good distance to look up. He can look down this much. Very good. Look at that. All the way straight down to his toes. I'm not even sure if Vegeta can do that. Let's see here. He can, but the range is just not as great as it is with Trunks, if you can see the difference. So, here's one example of why this is like the apex of articulation with Tamashii Nations. Alright, now, his head can rotate all the way around. Earpiece came out, but that's an easy pop in. Got the flies out here. Alright, T-pose, no problem, bam. Look at that. Now, I did see a photo of this online, and mine is the same. It comes off easily, but not to the point where you can't pose the figure, so I'm okay with that. T-pose, easy. Y-pose, easy. There is a butterfly joint as well, as you can see here, the inside. He does have a butterfly joint. And the arm does rotate all the way around. Double jointed at the elbows. Oh, there we go. First incident of that. Hold on real quick, the wind is picking up. Alright. There's a bicep swivel as well. And then lastly, the hand does rotate and hinges, but very minimum on the hinge. There. Now let's get into the torso. So there's 2 pieces there. He can rotate at the waist very nicely. You have your tuck as well. The upper tuck is still great. The back tuck. And then all together now. So, great articulation from the head down to the waist. Now let's move into the legs, because the legs for me is like the best part of this figure. They do seem loose, but it's almost like an illusion. Although they seem loose and very easy to pose, it stays once it's in place. I mean, look at that. A perfect split. Okay? Perfect split with this Trunks. You're not going to get that with Vegeta. It's just the engineering with this figure that is now obsolete to this engineering of this figure, Trunks. I mean, look at these poses you can get into with Trunks here. It's pretty awesome, actually. You know, there's a sword, by the way, just came off, but so yeah, like the posing that you can do with Trunks is awesome. Okay. So with that out of the way, yes, he can do a split. There is a leg swivel. He is double jointed at the knees. The feet do rotate. They do hinge. There's a toe pivot. There's a toe pivot, and then you have your rockers. So yeah, really good stuff here for Trunks. And his articulation. Look at that. Good stuff. Figure of the year. Dragon Ball figure of the year. Alright, now, with that out of the way, we are now going to get into the accessories for Vegeta and for Trunks. So, stay tuned. Moving on to hands for Vegeta, you're going to get a total of 4 pairs of hands and then 1 unique thumbs up hand. So of course you have your closed fist there on the top, and then you have your ki blast hands, your thumbs up, your Gatling gun, I want to say, hands, and then your karate hands. And then, not to mention, his cross arm piece as well for his upper torso. And now for Trunks, you're going to get a total of 6 pairs of hands. Along with his closed fist hands that comes by default, you're going to get your ki blast effect, your open hands effect, and then his special attack that I can't think of the name of it right now, which is this pair right here. And then you're going to get 2 sets of sword holding hands. So again, you know, with Trunks, he's just the complete package with the face plates, a head sculpt, the sword, the hands. Everything is just a complete package with Trunks. Now that would do it for the accessories. So let's finish this off with the conclusion. One last thing before we move on. Let me go ahead and show you the sword here. So that's very nice. The sword is very good, nicely detailed here. Come back and cover it. We're gonna go over the sword and how you pretty much put it on and so on. So with the hands, you're going to get one that's for holding the sword, and as you can see here, the thumb is closed. There's no separating apart to help hold the sword. So to put this sword in his hand, you need to come over here and you need to remove this piece here. So you just slide that off like so, grab your hand, and then voila, there you go. So that's how you do the sword. Now, for this part, it's kind of hard to have it one strap on and the other not, and then putting on, then like wrapping it around like this and put it on like that. That's a bit difficult. So there's an easier way to do that. So once you've gotten this piece in, you want to come down to the bottom here and slide that piece in. Make sure it's connected real nice and sturdy. See? Now we have it connected. Just remove the head sculpt. And what you probably knew this from the beginning, but just in case, for some of you who don't know, okay, voila. And then you can slide it down a little bit there. Well, it came off, but you get the premise. Anyways, on to the conclusion. Alright everyone, to conclude this review, both figures are definitely worth picking up. You want to have that Super Saiyan Vegeta because he's so iconic, you just want to have that figure as we head into the new revamped Cell Saga. And then for Super Saiyan Trunks, definitely a must get. This figure is a solid release from the faceplates, the pairs of hands, accessories, head sculpt, all the way down to the figure itself. This figure delivers on all levels and will probably be figure of the year, if not top 3. So yeah, definitely worth checking these two figures out. If you've enjoyed this review, if it's been informative, hit that like button, consider subscribing, hit the notification bell, come back to Mars, enjoy the nature, enjoy the birds singing, the fresh air, the fresh water flowing down the river, and we will see you all next time. Peace.
I hope you've enjoyed your time here on Mars. If you enjoyed the video, consider subscribing, and if you like, check out my playlist relating to the toy line. Thank you again, and I look forward to seeing you soon.